Hi, you guys, it's your girl Kiera, and I'm back with another video. So today, welcome back to Enter Inner Thoughts with Kiera podcast, you guys. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button just so you know the next time that I post my next video. And so, before we get into the video, of course, you can see there's somebody sitting right here. Of course, the special guest today. She's a little nervous, so let's bear with her today, you guys. Anybody that knows me knows who this lovely lady is. This is my mother. You would like to introduce yourself? What's your name? What's your name, ma'am?
Oh, God. Oh, this girl is making me do this. Hello, world. My name is Felicia Renee.
Felicia Renee.
That's me.
Yes, ma'am. And so today I wanted to pick my mom for this topic that we're going to be talking about because she has, came a long way through her journey of life that she's been going through. And I wanted to just shed the light on some things, and maybe she can help someone that is going through the things that they're going through right now. But we're going to talk about how does she walk out of the old and into the new. So how to walk out of the old and into the new. Episode 6 today is what we're going to be talking about. And so I wanted to ask you to start off.
Jesus, here we go.
I wanted to ask you, what made you make the decision to want to walk out of the old and into the new to where you're currently at right now?
I need a change in my life, I think. Sometimes you can be in a dark place and not really know that you're in a dark place. So I found myself not really wanting to do anything. So I had to change that. I had to get myself together so I wouldn't be in the space that I was in.
But what space would you say you was in? Like, whenever you say a dark space, like, were you battling with loving yourself again? Did you feel like you lost yourself? Did you feel like
Whoa, child, I think I lost me when I had her. That was what, 26 years ago I lost me. Because I think I started focusing on being a mother rather than being Felicia, rather than taking care of myself. I felt like I needed to be a responsible adult as a kid because I was a kid. But then I needed to do things different because I had another human being to take care of. So yeah, I lost myself like 26 years ago. Jeez, that's a long time. Woo.
I may show some pictures because she's lost a lot of weight too along her journey. So it's like, even though whenever you wasn't mentally okay, so since you say 26 years ago you didn't look like you wasn't not okay. So were you good at hiding it, or like, how was it? How did you operate through that?
I just knew I had to get stuff done. I had someone else depending on me. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I had to get it done regardless of how I felt. So I just had to push through.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
But okay, so even though you pushed through.
Look at her wanting to get all deep in my business.
This is the whole point of Enter Inner Thoughts with Kiera podcast. I want to know your inner thoughts,
We supposed to know your inner thoughts.
Yeah, but
not my inner thoughts.
Yeah, but whenever I have guests, I want y'all to share with me. We bounce off of each other. I don't mind sharing. Everybody, they know a little bit about me. I give baby steps, But it's just like, I feel like, because walking out of the old and into the new, it's a process. It takes time. It's like, were you hard on yourself through the process? Like, how did you make it easier for yourself, or did you make it hard for yourself through your journey of that?
I don't know. I think I probably made it hard for myself because I overthink a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm this perfectionist.
Mm.
I want everything to be perfect, even though I know we're not. No one's perfect. We're
Mm-hmm.
not living in a perfect world. He created us perfectly imperfect
Mm-hmm.
in His image.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always strived for perfection. So I'm thinking I have always been harder on myself than what I should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I'm gonna say it's a hard journey, but um, I went to prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what helped me get through on my knees
Mm-hmm.
and letting stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I done. I wouldn't say it was anything that I did. I made it harder on myself, but once I started leaning on God,
Mm-hmm.
He made it easy, even though everything wasn't peaches and cream.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
She's funny. Why you give a little small answers? You afraid to go a little deeper?
I'm answering the question.
Oh, okay,
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. Cause I feel like you've changed a lot in a good way though.
I don't. People. This is me. I think people say I have changed,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't view it as change. I view it as getting back to me in a better way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am who I have always been, but a better version of me.
Mm.
I'm at the point where I'm putting me first, regardless of how anyone else may feel.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes I kind of dim my own light or stand back
Mm-hmm.
and hide behind my own self so others wouldn't maybe get offended or others wouldn't feel, oh, she thinks she's better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Or and it's not that I think I'm better than anyone. I just hold myself to a high standard.
Yeah.
I've always held myself to a high standard, and so I just feel like I'm back to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to Felicia Renee Brown.
Mm.
That's
That's
who I'm back to.
interesting.
I made a post, and some people will take it however they want to take it, but I don't care.
Yeah.
When I made that post saying to my oldest, that's my mom. To my baby girl, it's like where she come from,
Mm-hmm.
and to those who know me, it's like, oh, she's back and better.
Mm-hmm.
And to others, it's like she has changed. But those are the people who only knew the version of me that they met me at.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, but no matter which version anybody got, it was God who did it.
Mm-hmm.
He got me back to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels good to not to really not care what people think, because I think I used to be that way
Mm-hmm.
in my younger years.
Yeah.
I'm not so messed up about what people think, and I lived my life and I did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted the best, so I
Yeah.
always tried to go get the best.
Yeah.
Whatever that may have taken for me to do. I'm a worker, and I feel like I work hard, so I'm gonna pay for what I want.
Mm-hmm.
My mama taught me that
Yeah.
because I remember her saying, I remember asking her, we was talking about gas or something one day. She said, I don't even pay attention because I know I got to have it. So I'm just going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way my mom has always been. She's always worked hard and taught us to get what we want and don't settle for things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I got a little older, I got a little frugal. But this year has been my irresponsible year.
Yes, it has.
I just been going all crazy.
Yeah.
But I asked for permission. He didn't want to grant it to me, but he knew I was going to do what I wanted to do anyway.
Mm-hmm. You know, consequences behind whenever we do whatever we want to do.
I do. But I also said, hey, block some of this stuff on this list because it don't make no sense. I need you to block it if it ain't what's good for me. So
Okay.
he took me to, I think I just got a little outrageous on spending. I got to get myself back. But that's how I used to be. I used to just go buy stuff because I work hard.
Yeah. You had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just need to do it differently, though,
Mm-hmm.
so I can leave a legacy for these kids, I guess, because they don't be wanting to do nothing for me.
That's not true.
Hmm.
Because this is part of my legacy right now of what I'm doing right now.
Her legacy. I said they don't be
Yes,
wanting to do nothing for me.
this is part of the legacy that I'm gonna have to help grow to help my parents and all that one day. Just wait on it, it's coming.
I know.
But I wanted to ask you, because we try so many times within wanting to find ourselves again or wanting to take the steps into embracing. You say it's not change, but I look at it as being a somewhat of change, because like I get what you're saying, because I'm the same way where it's just like I'm just becoming a better version of myself, or I'm just embracing the person that I knew that I was always gonna be. So it's just more of what helped you become to stay consistent in it. Because you've always had moments where you stay focused and wanting to have better for yourself and see that light at the end of the tunnel, but then something will always pull you right back. But then this time around, y'all, like you have really been dedicated, you've been consistent with working out, eating. We're not perfect, of course, but you still give yourself grace. But how did you continue with being consistent this time around?
Because this time around, I wasn't doing it because, oh, my birthday's coming up. I
Mm.
wasn't doing it because I had some outfit or an event that I was getting ready to go to. This time around, I was doing it actually for me,
Mm.
for my health. Um, I think I think my health played a big role in me really getting fired up and really staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always said I'm not gonna be on medication.
Mm-hmm.
I hate taking medicine for a headache, so I'm definitely not gonna be taking medicine for other things that I can control
Mm-hmm.
if it's within my reach. So I feel like a lot of times, we go to the doctors and the doctors say, oh, it's hereditary. And the part that's hereditary is us believing that it's hereditary
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want to do the work. Life and health is about doing the work. Some things are not controllable, but those things that are, um, it depends on how much you care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And I love me.
Yeah.
I love my kids. I know I need to be around to see my grandbabies one day. So when they try to make me take the medicine, I'm like, I ain't taking this medicine. And so I knew I had to do what it took to not take the medicine. So that's what keeps me on track, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say. Um, yeah, that's the part that keeps me on track, keeps
Mm-hmm.
me dedicated. And then just doing it for me and the way I feel after each workout.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past, let me say, 3 weeks, when I wasn't working out every single day or getting up, I felt worse. I felt
Mm-hmm.
really tired versus me getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting a good workout, um, eating the foods that I need to eat. I feel a whole lot better,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm getting, I think, less amount of sleep because of my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that's what keeps me going.
Yeah. Whenever she said less amount of sleep because she has two jobs. She a two job shawty.
I'm not a two job shouty.
She worked them two jobs to where she could pay all the things that she want to pay. That's why she says she just be ordering stuff all the time.
Listen, no, see that's the problem. I don't work two jobs to pay bills. I work the second job for insurance only.
Um.
So that second check just usually go into the bank, but whew, this year has been my irresponsible year. So that money just been having Amazon and Nike and yeah,
A whole lot of different things.
different things,
Mm-hmm.
packages dropped off at the door because that money is not for bills.
Mm-hmm.
I just work for the insurance.
Jesus Lord. That's what I used to do, but I can't do that no more, y'all. I just do one job. That's it for me right now, because that's a lot. But because whenever I went through my journey, I feel like that's also like correlating into like my mom like actually taking out the steps of going out of her old mindset and having a different mindset. Like, even because I was not a easy, I feel like I was an easy kid in high school, I feel like I would say.
Listen, easy through graduation, like maybe close up to graduation, because one day, baby, I had to jack her up against the wall. Woo! But she was a pretty kid until she got to.
Until I turned 18. I said 18 and on is when everything started to get a little cloudy. So
That was probably my fault because I wouldn't let her do anything. I was a
interesting.
very protective mother. But I think I was that way because my mother was a very protective mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of rubbed off on me. And then when life goes on, I just be like, that's my baby. No, you can't do this. I'm not going to be there. So I think I played a part in some of this craziness that she decided to do with her life after high school. And in that craziness, um, that part is what made me become closer to God too.
Hmm.
Because I'll never forget, he said, that's my child. Give her back to me or you're going to die. Like, he ain't playing no games. He ain't sugarcoated.
Hmm.
You're going to kill yourself stressing out about these people and things that they're going to do, whether you hear or not. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to keep doing it. So give her back to me and live your life. Now, it didn't happen the next day, but I'm like, you want me to do what? You know what I mean? Because that's hard.
Yeah.
Being in the flesh and just be like, okay, God, I'm giving her back and
Mm-hmm.
leaving her there. Sometimes I would give her to him, then pick her back up and be wanting to be like, Mama Bear, no, you ain't doing this. But she was grown, so she's like, I'm doing what I want to do. And she kept doing what she wanted to do till she hit rock bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then God had to, it was nothing but God. I just know it was God. I think I felt like the last time when he was like, I could have swore I told you to get that child to me. I'm crying my heart out. He's like, what you crying for? I already told you what to do. And so I think after that time, when I really was like, okay, I'm done. I got to live for me. I remember one day she called and I was like, I don't care what you do. All I need you to do is get your health together. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Get your health together and we good. And so then after that day, I think my whole perspective on life changed and I was able to really begin to start the journey of my own healing process. And then I think after going through that process is when I really started to focus on me. And I hired a personal trainer because I knew I was going to need some help along the way
Mm-hmm.
for the journey. So that's what I did.
Yeah. So basically, so one of the steps into trying to take the next steps into wanting to become a better you is also having some type of support system, some type of plan, some type of consistency, some type of something in order for you to be able to try to change your mindset into wanting to be better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I needed something that was going to keep me focused
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning. Um, in the process of letting things go,
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be able to have some accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And hiring a personal trainer did that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to let her down. I'm on her time, and I didn't care nothing about spending the money because I'm spending it from a check that I don't need.
Yeah.
I mean, you need it, but you don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like, oh, if I use this to pay her, I can't pay this. It was never that situation. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like money just going out that I really wouldn't miss because it wasn't designated for something specific.
Yeah.
So it was really just me wasting her time that really kept me consistent, and also her being the right person, that made a world of difference. You can go to any trainer and they'll train you, but to go and to have someone actually care
Mm-hmm.
and want to see you through your journey, and that checks up on you
Mm-hmm.
when all she's supposed to do is just train you, give you your meal plans, tell you to do it, and if you do it, you do, and if you don't, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But she was more than that. She actually checked on me on other sides of my life, my
Mm-hmm.
own personal things that may have been going on. She would always send me uplifting messages. And if she felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, she'd be like, okay, let's get it together. Even though she didn't have to do that because she's already been paid for what she was paid to do. So
Yeah, that's always great to have somebody that cares and
I
that.
think it's because she's just really genuine. She's a genuine person.
Mm-hmm. I'm grateful that God told you to let me go. You know, I'm grateful that you decided to start focusing on yourself and started to love, you know, Felicia again and finding out who you are and finding out what makes you happy, starting to like do things like, is it Oberly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like start doing things like Oberly with Courtney, from the main choice lady that does the hair products and all that. But then she also has like feminine products, and so now my mom. Let me tell you, my mama do not go nowhere by herself, y'all. Like she don't go nowhere by herself. She be all up in her head, and for the first time, she decided to fly to Las Vegas, wasn't it?
No, I actually went to Houston.
Houston. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So she flew to Houston by herself to become. Well, I don't think you knew you was gonna become a Oberly partner. She was just going just to get the experience of just talking to a businesswoman, trying to just get what is it called?
I was
Socializing.
networking.
Yeah,
I wanted
networking.
to network and I wanted to get back to traveling alone. Like I used to jump on the highway. Like it wasn't nothing for me to just get in the car and go somewhere. I think as I got older, for some reason, fear, I don't know what it is, kind of set in the way the world is set up. And so getting back to me, um, and being able to be in the same space as Courtney Adelaide, I
Mm-hmm.
think I said her name right, um, who I feel have similar interests and stuff that I have. Like she care about women and human beings, and just want the world to be a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be in that space with other women who were looking to grow and do something different. I felt like that was the perfect time for me to step out and just go
Mm-hmm.
without worrying about me not having no one with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was good until I got to the airport. I got to the airport and kind of psyched myself out or freaked myself out because I was like, oh my God, people can see me. They
Mm-hmm.
probably think I'm lost. They're going to take me.
See, you be thinking too much.
I'm an overthinker.
Yes.
I mean, but then after I got out of my own head and actually found out where I needed to go to get my rental car, then I was good. I was riding around the city like I belonged there.
Mm-hmm.
I It was a great experience. I had no intentions on becoming a partner. I just I probably was one of the very few in the room at the last minute because I'm so indecisive sometimes and I overthink it. And I'm like, how does this help me? But I knew even if it wasn't something that I was going to do forever, it was a step in the right direction to becoming a better me,
Mm-hmm.
to be around women that want more. Women, like when you're in a room with women who are wanting to uh, succeed and want more out of life,
Mm-hmm.
the conversations hit different.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is
Mm-hmm.
different. The energy is different. Um, so I love that experience. And so yeah. Now I just got to get out of my own way, and I have other things that I want to do. But that right there was a start to just kind of get my feet wet, to see how to do things and how not to do things.
Socializing,
Whew.
talking to people.
Listen, I still don't have that down, but
You're growing though.
God be sending people my way. I'm still not all the way there. I'm actually, I
You're doing
think
better than me.
I'm doing a little better. But actually walking up and talking to people, or at first when I started Obley, I was making myself do lives and videos, and then I one day just stopped. I felt like I was stuck for some reason. I started overthinking things, and then had a conversation with Courtney about something different, and then now I'm like really stuck because now I'm like, oh my god, I'm freezing up. Why am I freezing up? But I just think we get in our own heads. Um, Actually, did a video yesterday or the day before of myself in the mirror talking to myself, because the person in the mirror is the only person who usually gets in your way and holds you back.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a video, and then I'm so, gosh, I like to be perfect. So while I'm doing the video, and I'm like, walk into the room with your head held high as if you belong there. And my dog walks into the room into the video with her head held high, and I've got mad and started to delete the video because she walked into the video, but I didn't. Something said keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept doing the video, but then I look at that video every day now and try to um, talk to me, letting myself know that I'm the only person that's stopping me,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to get out of my own way. And sometimes that's hard for us to do. Not really sure why it's hard. I don't know if it's fear of. I don't know fear.
It's fear of making a mistake, falling, not knowing if somebody will be there to help you get back up, understanding that I don't know, I feel like it's more of like that, like you have fear behind making a mistake. Like you said, it's about like we be thinking we have to be perfect. We be thinking we have to fit this picture, you know?
Right, but I don't know if it's fear for me of failing or falling and no one there to pick me up, because I've always picked me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even really know what someone else picking me up may feel like,
Mm.
because I've always had me. Like I'm gonna always have her when it comes to anything like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
just don't. I don't know if it's fear. I don't think it's fear of falling.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. It's maybe I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know.
Fear of it not turning out how you
Maybe
wanted it to turn out,
maybe it's the
or how
fear of this
you
not
like
being as perfect as I envision it in my head
you're,
to be.
and that's called a fantasy, and we're creating this dream world, and this you're not being realistic. We're being unrealistic. We're setting these high expectations versus setting a realistic expectation for ourselves. Like something that we know that we can realistically reach right now. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, I can do this right now versus putting all this pressure on yourself and putting yourself in a place where, not saying you will never get there, you will, but just right now we need to just take the steps into getting there first before we just try to.
Count ourselves out. I think
Yeah.
I count myself out before I even start some things sometimes, just because it's not as perfect as I want it to be.
Well, I feel like I'm a lot like you, more than I expected.
Ooh, a girl, get out of that.
I mean, but
Ooh.
at the end of the day, it's just like I feel like I learn and I grow every day. I feel like right now I'm I'm me, but I'm this upgraded version of me. Like I'm this, like I operate differently, I talk differently. So it's just like I feel like I'm still hard on myself through the process. I do need to work on that. That is something that I do need to work on. But I feel like it's something that you have to learn how to operate in versus making it be a negative thing of, oh, this you didn't do it like this, or oh, this one little piece of your shirt was twisted this way and now I gotta redo the whole video, or this backdrop, like one time I was recording a video, the backdrop fell, and in the middle of the video, and that could have been a moment where I could have just gave up, but instead I just rehung it back up and re-recorded the video again. So it's just like, it's just different things.
Yes, but I think I am learning that not to view it in a way of, oh, I didn't get it right. I should start viewing it in a way of, okay, well, that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try something different.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
But that process is hard sometimes when
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to do something
Mm-hmm.
or you're trying to build something. I think we're just so used to wanting stuff so instant and wanting instant
Mm-hmm.
gratification for it to happen right then and there.
Yeah.
Um, and me, out of all people, know it's not going to happen instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But we all want instant. We
Yeah.
don't want. Everybody sees the successful people, but they don't see the journey that they go through to get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a lot of us just want the success part and not the part in the middle.
Exactly. Cause it's a process. Rushing it, cause I've learned through my journey is that whenever something is created really quickly and put together real fast, it don't last that long. So whenever you allow yourself to go through the process, allow it to yourself to feel through it, to understand it, learn from it, acknowledge it, take an accountability for whatever it is, and allow that to build up, and then once you get it, you appreciate it more. It's like you can enjoy it more. It's not so much.
Right, because a lot of times we want to skip the hard part. We want to skip the pain. We just want to skip and get right to the end of where the results lie. Um, but I think I'm learning to not suppress. I think
Mm-hmm.
I was a suppressor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've always dealt with things like I should. Sometimes, out of sight, out of mind is how I operated,
Mm-hmm.
especially the younger me. And so, even recently, in the recent year and a half, some things that come up, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I suppressed that for X amount of years. Why did I do that to myself? But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't even realize you've done that until you're faced with those same things again, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, whoa, I didn't realize those feelings was there. Whoa, I thought I was over that.
Yeah.
Um, but then I realized I suppressed a lot of stuff. So now regardless, I try to
Mm-hmm.
feel what's happening, process why I'm feeling that way,
Mm-hmm.
and then address it and correct the problem or come up with a solution, especially if it's something that's no matter how I'm feeling, but if it's not giving me the same thing or um, not the outcome that I need,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to learn to let it go.
Hmm.
You have to learn to let things go.
Let them be. Let them be what it is. Because honestly, everything happens for a reason. We go through things for a reason. People come into our lives for a reason. It's just up to us on to deciding on if that person is supposed to be a relationship, or if that person is supposed to be a I said it on my last video I just recorded. I can't even think of it. What is it called? It's like either that person is somebody that's supposed to be in your life longevity, or that person is just a lesson, or you're there to teach something, like teach that
And
person
whether it's a
something.
person, it could be a person, it could be a job, it could
Job, yeah,
be
anything.
anything in
Mm-hmm.
life that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is, it not necessarily always has to be dealing with relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it can just be just jobs
Mm-hmm.
or certain things you're doing in life. It may be your season to only do that during that season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, you have to. I pray every day for God um, to give me. Now I'm not gonna be able to think of the word.
Strength.
Nope, not strength, but the
Encouragement.
discernment.
Okay.
I pray every day for discernment because
Mhm.
no matter what, discernment and knowing when to leave a job, knowing when to leave a person, knowing when to um, quit doing certain things, that discernment will help you get through that.
Mhm.
Even intuition, like a lot of the times he gives us intuition. A lot of the times we know when things are not right. We know when we shouldn't be doing certain things, but of course we do them anyway. But
Mhm.
the red flags be all the way around us.
Yeah.
People started using red flag recently, but that's something
That's
that's been
been around
around
for years.
forever. Um, but a lot of times we ignore them. I started making a joke that my favorite color is red. That's why I ignore all them damn red flags, because that's my favorite color.
Interesting. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, but forget that. I'm gonna start changing my favorite color to black and white when them flags start coming up.
Yeah, now it's just black and white. Now it is what it is, and just see it for what it
See
is.
it for what it is and move on. See
Yeah.
them for who they are. See that job for what it is. And I've really started to try waking up every day in a positive mind space.
Mm.
That's very important on how your day may go.
Mhm.
You just never know who may need positive energy.
Exactly. Because then it's just like whenever you said you were ignoring the things that you were going through or the things that you were feeling, you suppressed it. You didn't allow yourself to feel. It's just like whenever you did start allowing yourself to feel how you were feeling and when you were feeling, were you able to move past those things, or would you say you're still in a process of getting through that, like getting like trying to overcome that hump in your life?
Certain situations, I think I'm still going through it,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like each day I'm better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I express it and then I move on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no more trying to fix it. No
Mm.
more trying to, oh, well, if I do this, maybe this will happen. Like I'm not in that space anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually in the space of living
Mm-hmm.
and not existing in this world.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are existing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not living.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever want to get to a space where I'm like, oh, I wish I would. I wish I would have, or I wish I could have,
Mm-hmm.
or I wish I should have. Like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ever wanted to be there. Even like in, I remember moving here, and even with the relationship, like with my dad, I didn't. I always thought I don't never want to be like, oh, I wish I would have did this if something happened to him tomorrow, or
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I'm like, I try not to hold grudges or be upset with anybody
Mm-hmm.
for a long period of time, if at all. Usually, if I get upset now and I'm pissed at somebody and the call or whatever don't go like I feel like the next day I'm instantly like, oh my God, if something happened to me tomorrow, I did not want that to be our last conversation.
Conversation. Mm-hmm.
Let me apologize, whatever you feel like I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I ain't do anything, like I'm gonna apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Or if even if I don't feel like I'm wrong, not to say that I did anything, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm not apologizing uh, because I need to apologize because I'm wrong. I'm apologizing so we can just clear the
Air.
air.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't ever want to be in a space to where if something happened to anyone that I care about, to where our last conversation is, I hate you, or any type of argument. I don't want to deal
Yeah.
with it. That's not how I'm operating.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I clear the air and then hopefully I end it in peace and we move on.
I mean, honestly, all you can do is just end things in peace. But at the end of the day, we can't control what others choose to do with those things. So at the end of the
At
day,
all.
yeah. So it's just like once you make that choice of deciding to be a bigger person or look at things in a better way or looking at things in a better light, because it's just like allowing yourself to just be at peace with things and allowing yourself to acknowledge things, take accountability, understand that, hey, just because that wasn't my intentions or just because I wasn't trying to make that person feel that way, I'm going to still apologize for whatever situation.
If they feel like I said it in a way to
Yeah.
harm them, then I'm gonna apologize. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't stand on what I
Say,
say,
exactly.
because I'm gonna stand on what I say. But
Yeah.
the way I came across or the words I decided to use may not have been the best choice.
Exactly.
But if I say something and I'm firm with it, then that's usually what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't be wanting them to get it twisted.
Yeah.
Like I could have said it differently,
Mm-hmm.
but I meant what I said.
Yeah.
Because that's me.
Yeah. I said what I said. I say that a lot. That's what I say that a lot. But
I mean, I said what I said, but I could have said it like this. So let me apologize to you.
Yeah.
Because this is what I meant. This is how I wanted you to receive it. So I'm learning to choose my words and to just kind of sit back sometimes and think before I just pop off. Because I can pop off.
Yeah, that's where I get it from, y'all. If you ever wanted to know,
she has a daddy.
Kiara's little attitude.
She has a daddy too. It takes two.
Yeah,
we created her. Me and him both got attitudes.
Leave it alone. because whenever you talk about your journey, you know what I'm saying, you talk about coming out of the old and into the new. Okay, because I am her child, you know? So it's just like, yes, I do act like him a lot, but we have very much so similarities of not only just relationships, but just how we care about people, period, and how we will sit in things that we have no business sitting in just because we're hopeful that we could fix it. Because like you said, you stopped fixing things. That was I never knew that you did that, because I do that.
I am.
I used to do that.
I try. Like, we can't fix anyone. But, in the back of our minds, we think, if I do this, we can fix this. If I do that, we can fix that. But that's not my job. God said, that is not your job. You are not me. I finally got it. I didn't get that for a long time. So sometimes I don't get it now. I be like, but God, I won't. He's like, girl, go sit down. That is not your job.
Because that's what you want, but that's not what you need.
In that moment, you may be like, but I want it anyway, whether I need it or not.
But then it's not going to be good for you. It's not something that's going to help you become better.
I mean, I know that, but us as human beings, we fall short.
We do.
A lot.
Yeah. We're human. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make mistakes and
we're supposed to make a mistake and learn,
but not stay in it for years on years on years.
That's
with
anything, though.
Yeah, I know. But that's because because I used to do that. I used to just sit in stuff because in order for me to become a better me, I had to take accountability for what I allowed to even happen to me in the first place to even get out of it.
What we allow will continue.
Yeah. I have to.
So we play a part in everything that happens to us in life.
Yeah.
People don't want to see it. They may not want to believe it. They may want to say, they did this to me. But you've seen the signs. You ignored them. You allowed them to do it over and over. So it's your fault.
Yeah.
So then I was like, dang, girl, I forgive you. I forgive you for being crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So anything that has happened to you, 9 times out of 10, you played a part in it. Now, I do believe some things that happens to individuals
It's out of
It's
their
not.
control.
It's not anything that they played a part in.
Mm-hmm.
And in those things, you just have to not blame yourself and know that it had nothing to do with you, but the individual themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and God put you through it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe He didn't necessarily put you through it, but He allowed it.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
Um,
he put you through it if you don't wanna learn your lesson. For those that want to do whatever they want to do and want to,
he allows it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay,
He'll
yeah.
He'll allow you.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes he'll place you in the mess in order for you to
Shit.
understand what the mess is.
I know. I'm like, God, get me out that mess. Why you playing? You playing with me?
Cause you was playing with your own life and your own decisions making.
I know. And this is my irresponsible year, and I've been trying to play now, but He won't let me.
No, cause you're not supposed to. Cause you're in the process of getting out of the old and coming into the new. You embracing the new
I
you,
know,
embracing
but I'm like, God, He
better.
gets sick of me.
Mm-hmm.
He been sick of me lately. It's
He's-
okay.
He still love you though at the end
He
of the
do.
day.
Okay.
Do you believe in what, as you were in the process of learning you, did you feel like that there were some um generational curses that you felt like that you didn't know, like what you were battling on top of whatever else you created along your own journey?
I think everyone is tied to their own family generational curses,
Mm-hmm.
whatever those may be. Um, yeah, I think I'm sure, but I just can't think of anything like specifically right now.
Mm-hmm.
That I could like speak on. But yeah, I remember because my mom had my brother at a young age. I mean, she wasn't as young as I was, I don't think. I think she may have been 17.
Mm.
I think my mom was 17 when she had my brother. Or was she?
I don't know. I don't have no kids, so I broke that curse.
But listen, I would pray all the time. Like, seriously, I was like, God, I don't want her to get pregnant at no early age. But then I forgot to tell him, but God, I do want some grandkids.
You
Like,
forgot that part.
I forgot to put that part in there. So that's why they say be specific about your
Mhm.
prayers. You have to be specific when praying. You can't just say the part that you don't want to happen, but you got to speak of the things that you do want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do that back then. I was so
Mhm.
focused on her graduating high school with no kids because I didn't. I mean, I think I've done well for myself, but for both of my kids. But now with Maya, I know my prayers are, whew, because that one going to give me a run for my money. But
Mm-hmm. So, like right now, what would you say that? What is your thing that you do to help you speak certain things on you right now? Like, what is something that you read? What is something that you may that helps keep you motivated right now, currently?
right now, I'm very, very intentional on who I follow on social media.
Mm.
Um, if I'm on social media, I have really tried to clean up some things,
Mm-hmm.
and I have been removing people and things that are always downers.
Mm-hmm.
I follow people who's uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can master your peace.
Mm.
On Instagram, I follow her. Like, she has really been a blessing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, most most pages that I'm following on social media, especially like Instagram, they're gonna be about business, about making money, about positivity, peace. Like, it's gonna be uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
Now on Facebook, Facebook is just set up differently, but I have control of that. So I have deleted people
Mm-hmm.
that I felt like all they talk about is mess, or all they sharing is killings, or all. It's just
negative energy.
It's a different vibe over there on Facebook. So sometimes I'm usually a lot on Instagram lately or TikTok, trying to play around. But I'm very intentional about who I follow now on any platform, and I'm very intentional about who I allow in my space. Sometimes we hiccup because we see things that we feel we want, or but we know it. Yeah, it just be crazy. But yeah, so I'm very intentional about who I'm following on social media platforms, or who I give my attention to now. It's different.
So I wanted to ask you, through the journey, how, like, what, whenever you go through a change, you lose people. So how did you go through that? Did you feel like you lost anyone through your journey, or?
To be honest, I really don't feel like I've lost anyone. But if I have, I probably hadn't even really just noticed. The only person that I've been concerned about losing is Felicia. I've lost her for so many years that I ain't playing with nobody when it come to her now. I don't care who you are. I don't care what relations. We can be blood relations. We can be anything. But if it's going to be anything that cause Felicia to lose track of her, she ain't got time for it.
So now you know how to be okay with keeping people at a distance now.
I love people from a distance. I'm still going to love you. I just got to remove myself if it's going to cause me to lose me.
No, but I'm really proud of you. I'm proud that you decided to pick you. I'm proud of you for loving you again, because then that helps you be a better mom, a better person, just a better daughter, a better cousin,
Yeah, I kind of I realized one day I came to your house. Yeah, that day we did that TikTok. And you was like, "Oh, you skinny. That's my mama." I knew then that my healing journey was tied to your healing. And that pushes me more every day to continue on my journey.
Like tied to, like, what do you mean?
Like you seeing me come back to me, help you
come back to me,
get back to yourself, or whatever journey that you're going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember talking to Lamaya one day, because all Lamaya has ever seen is fat Felicia, I think. Well, she used to see the roller coaster Felicia, where I go from losing weight to gaining weight, losing weight, but I would never be skinny. I would always get, like, around my birthday, I would always lose between 10 to 20 pounds before my birthday, because I had an outfit and I'm going out. I wanted to look a certain way. So I would bust my tail like the last 2 months of the year. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm not in that space this year. But I still got to bust my tail because it's still an outfit I'm trying to get into. No, I'm just kidding. But it's different. Like, I'm not trying to get to a specific size or look because it's my birthday coming. Like, I look fantastic right now. Yeah. I think to myself, with the exception of my gut. But when I walk across the mirror, I look at myself. Damn, she fine. Girl, where you going?
You're funny.
I'm kidding for all the people out there that's gonna be like, "Ooh, she conceited." I'm not.
She's not kidding. You're not joking. That's a good thing, because she used to not be like that. That's why you're doing this topic. She used to be the one where it's just like, you want to take a picture. She wouldn't take no pictures. She wouldn't do any of that.
I never like taking pictures.
I know. Ever. But now you do.
I take pictures now. You know why I take pictures now? Because when my auntie passed away, when my favorite aunt passed away, I ain't had no pictures with her. I didn't have no good pictures. Like, the pictures I had with her, in the end, she was sick. And that did something to me. And so now I'm always snapping it up. We're gonna always snap and get a picture for memory.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I want to, because I still hate taking pictures. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, I
Mm-hmm.
hate taking pictures. I force myself to take pictures, and if I'm taking them myself, I may have to take 20 of them before I even like them. That's
Man.
me.
Man.
I don't like taking pictures. The funny thing is, my trainer, who is also a photographer, like I did my first photo shoot with her, and I was so awkward because I just never really had a photo shoot done either. Not like that. I think when Kira was little, we'd go to Walmart, get all them pictures that we pay for, get thousands of pictures that they give us. But I still didn't like taking pictures then. I never smiled in those pictures.
No, she always looked mad.
If y'all ever go back and look at any of those pictures me and Kira had from Walmart or anywhere, I never smiled. I didn't like my smile. Yeah, I just hate taking pictures. But now I'm like, we're gonna snap it up. We might have to take 20 of them before I like it, but we're gonna do it. It's about memories, for my kids, for them to have later. Um, it's funny. My second photo shoot, I was like, "Ooh, it's gonna be a grown and sexy weight loss photo shoot." Man, I was better, but that was the most awkward shoot I've probably done. But I think I did well.
On your second time around, I feel like you were way more comfortable in front of the camera than you was on the last one.
I was way more comfortable in front of the camera, but she's like, "I need you to arch your back," and I'm like, "Girl, what you mean, arch my back?"
She know what that means, but okay.
Listen, arch your back.
You was confused whenever she said that?
I wasn't confused, but I'm like, okay. Girl, I may not know how to do this.
Right. Sure. I'd be encouraging all of it. I'm down for all of it. Understand, truthfully, I'm down for the whole everything that she be delivering now. For real, I'd be excited.
Look, this one here be excited. That other one's like, "Mama, I'm gonna need you to go sit down somewhere, and put some clothes on." I'm like, "Girl, get on clothes."
She'll be all right though.
I do be having on clothes.
You do. It's just that now you're allowing yourself to live more. You're allowing yourself to just be more free like you used to be back in the Gap. It's just now you just started to lose that freeness. And now you back into it.
Back at it. Back like I never left.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I really enjoyed you. Did you enjoy doing this podcast with me today?
Oh, I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Exactly. See?
But I'm not sure because we're going to have to go back and look at this, y'all, because she might have to cut some stuff out.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm not sure how it all tied up if we got lost some spaces.
We didn't get lost at all. I feel like it was a great conversation. There's going to be some things that I cut out, of course, but just barely. But yeah, I enjoyed doing this with my mom today, y'all. I told y'all that we was coming with some guests, and we're going to keep coming with guests, okay? In this video, y'all, I wanted to read off one of my chakra cards. Basically, it's like an affirmation based off of what we was talking about today. I randomly just picked this card, so this is how you know God gonna do something crazy real quick. My intuition is, really great. And today, it's the color red.
That's my favorite color.
Exactly. Crazy, huh? This is your...
But don't ignore the red flags. Even if red is your favorite color. Run. Run. When you see the red flags. Run like Forrest. Run, Forrest.
Mom, I cannot.
Run, Forrest. Run.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to read this affirmation.
Okay.
And so basically this is your first chakra. So it's your base chakra, your root chakra. So basically, coming out of the old and into the new, you have to start off from the root. You have to figure out
heal the root so the tree is stable.
Exactly. So basically I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I am I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward.
That's me.
That basically correlated to everything we just talked about.
It did. We have to move forward eventually, no matter how bad or how hard it may be. And some things may be very hard to move away from.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Because it's worth it in the end.
You are worth it in the end. Yeah. Always choose you.
Mm-hmm.
Choose you over anything.
What advice would you give the people for the ones that are in a process of trying to walk out of the old and into the new, or becoming a better them, or trying to walk out of a bad situation, or just anything that's not of them or don't serve their higher self?
It's easier said than done, but like Nike, just do it. Do it for you. When you do things for you, the outcome usually is better. So I found that putting me first beneath God, life has been wonderful. Pray. God is real.
Yes.
Get on your knees. I'm telling y'all, I never in a million years understood when people say peace beyond any human understanding. I have experienced that. I am experiencing that. My days are not always good, but he's always good to me. Mm-hmm. And he gets me through them every single time. He covers me. Mm-hmm. No matter what, and he'll do the same for you. You just gotta want it, and you have to believe it, and you have to seek him. Yeah. So seek God, do things for yourself, live for you, and life will be good.
Okay, I like that. And I would say to never forget of why you started the journey in the first place. Never forget why you wanted to even choose to be a better you. What was the reason of what, like, don't forget of where you started to understand of where you're going and how you got there. Living in the process of it, enjoying it as much as you can, see the better things within it. Don't give up. You know, God didn't make you no quitter. At the end of the day, he put you in these situations and these battles to help you and build you and mold you into becoming who you are today. So I hope this video helps y'all and to continue with moving forward and, you know, choosing you. Did you want to say something?
Be the person you need or needed to yourself.
That's a good one.
Be the person you need or needed to yourself, and then be that same person to others.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's what I live by lately.
Well, look at that. Well, you guys, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button just so you can know the next time that I post my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I always say, peace, love, blessings. Bye, you guys.
Peace, man. We out.
Damn, Jamal.